Hey everyone from the lab. Wanted to cut a quick video about attracting JVs for your product launches. And for most people that have a WSO that's coming out, it's your first time ever launching a product, which is exciting. Um, I just need to stress that although this is an important process in launching, you know, putting something on the Warrior Forum is going to get you sales just by doing that. So it's encouraging to know that you're going to get traffic just by doing no advertising at all. So I wanted to make a video today to give you some tips on how to attract more JVs. And then I remembered I've been working with my friend Christy, who I have on Skype right now, and she's got a bunch of successful launches under her belt, and I've been kind of helping her um, solidify the way that she's been attracting JVs. And from what we've been talking about back and forth over the past week, she's been getting some amazing results and getting some really power sellers on board. Um, Christy, are you there with me?
I'm here.
Cool.
Yeah, glad to be.
Awesome. Yeah, so you have a launch coming out this weekend, so a little later we'll get into that, which is awesome. But I guess for people in the lab that are just starting out, do you want to kind of give us a rundown on what you used to do or didn't do when you were trying to get people to mail for you?
Sure. I used to really just, reach out to a few people
Hmm.
by email.
Right.
And, I got a few responses that way, but, not a whole lot of JVs. So what I've learned with Anthony has guided me with this is a Facebook ad that actually targets specific people, in the internet marketing world on Facebook
Hmm.
and gotten a few from there. And then I've also gone into Facebook groups and joined about 10 a week or
Wow.
more. And, gone in and posted calling all JVs, jump on board with us for the Saturday launch.
Right. And you're literally just using the same message there, right? And you're just copying and pasting it in the groups.
That's exactly right. I just copy and paste.
Great. And now when you're going in, I saw you had like a picture, you got like a red border around there. It's kind of like, showing up in people's news feeds. It's grabbing their attention. Have you had people reaching out to you, replying to these ads? Has it been working?
Yes, I think the Facebook ad has been most effective.
Yep.
And then sharing in these groups has created somewhat of a buzz.
Hmm.
And then I've had people email me and ask me, can I get a review copy? Um, or I've had people private message me on Facebook and say, hey, I see your launch. I'd like to promote this for you. And then the third way that I've been reaching out to JVs has been on Skype.
Right.
I'll look for their name on a launch or a leaderboard, and then I'll go and try and find them, on their launch, their Skype name, and then just sort of introduce myself and wait for them to respond back,
Hmm.
and then have a little, how are you, chit chat with them, and then ask them would they be willing to promote my product. And it usually leads into a pretty productive conversation.
Great. Now, speaking of conversation, another thing that you've been telling me is that you have all these interviews that you've been getting lined up. You had one last week with the big name, and you got like a whole bunch this week. How have you been able to get people to ask you to, how have you been able to set up these interviews with these big names out there?
Well, a couple of them actually approached me because they saw it on the Munchai calendar
Great.
on JV Zoo, and they actually Skyped me and approached me, and said, I see you have a launch coming up. Can I interview you?
Mhm.
And I'm like, sure, absolutely. Happy to do it. And then the third one actually was someone it's the copywriter that I hired, and he asked me if he could do a Google Hangout. And I said, absolutely, be happy to do that because it just gives more exposure, and then they're more likely to promote it to their list because they have a vested interest.
Oh, exactly. And that's one thing that I like about you that I find that some people are a little standoffish about is you can't say no to anything in the week of launch.
Right.
Anyone who wants to help you market and brand your name, you have to take it, right?
Right. No, you're just I'm so grateful. They're reaching out to me
Yeah,
because I know that means they're going to promote it because their link is going to be in there. So it's a win-win.
exactly. And you've cleared your calendar, you got your week coming up, and back to you had a Facebook ad that I helped you create. I mean,
Mhm.
you've been spending maybe $3-4 a day on that, right? So
Yeah, I just checked it. Yeah, and today it was not even $3, and
right,
it's been so worth it.
exactly. So
Mhm.
you're having affiliates. They're applying for your link. They're signing up to your list. It's really that simple. But if you step back and you realize if you're not doing these very simple things, if you're not posting on the groups, if you haven't made a simple ad on Facebook advertising, and you haven't been reaching out to other people, do you want to show those sites that you've posted your site on? Yeah, I think you said
Sure, I've got
Munchai.
it. Yeah, I've got it up right now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. And it's right here. I just copy and paste this little blurb.
Yeah.
And because Anthony helped me put this little ad together.
Mhm.
And so I just go into the groups, as often as I can, and I just post this. And then what I do is I read the rules of the group. And
Yeah.
if it says, please comment on others, I go in and comment on others' post. And, that keeps it pretty cool.
Right. And in terms of listing, you mentioned that you're on like Munchai, for example, right? Do you
Right.
want to show people what that looks like? What your ad on there looks like?
Sure. If you give me just a minute.
And basically, what Chrissy's going to is a site munchai.com. It's a database site of upcoming launches. It's a product launch calendar for internet marketers created by Chris Munch. And it's very successful, and it's a great place to get. It's free exposure. If I still remember right, you listed it on here for free.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
free. Uh-huh. Okay. If you can see it, I've got it pulled up and I'm right there.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. And
And
then
what you do is you go up to the top of the page and it has a little submit your launch.
yep.
And you just click on that and it tells you exactly what to do.
Exactly. So honestly, folks, like for people in the lab that are just getting started, your WSO, you got your products and your funnel almost wrapped up. I say, about for your first launch a week before, go on Munchai, add your product on there. It's free to do. Start going on these groups and posting, a really short message. Christy's offering bonuses like a leaderboard. She's offering cash as an incentive for people to mail for her. I realize if it's your first launch, you don't have that, money available. You can intelligently structure it in a way where you don't have any risk, but that's kind of a little bit more down the road. Will help you in future launches. But minimally, if you're just posting in these groups, if people are interested, I think maybe me and Christy can bundle a bunch of groups like the links together, and we'll put it in a comment for people just to join it themselves. That probably will help. And yeah, it's really that simple. So that's awesome. Thanks, Christy. Now, for people in the group, I just want us all to work as an army together and cross promoting and helping everyone, make money. That's basically the goal here. So you actually have a launch coming up on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and maybe at the end you can show us where other people in the group can join as an affiliate.
Okay, I'd be happy to.
Mhm.
It's actually a case study,
Yeah.
and it's based on a ClickBank product around a pet niche that I started promoting a couple years ago. And I found one particular, niche that really converted with this one affiliate program. And then I began to sort of reverse engineer it to see why.
Right.
And it was pretty exciting. And, I get commissions while I sleep. I actually got one night before last from the same company. So really converts well. And I explain why in the PDF.
Mhm.
I think it's important to know, when you're new, you're looking for something to promote and you don't know what to promote or what to link it to. And so that's what I made the PDF about.
Right. Okay. And when is it launching? What time is it launching at? And how much as a JV? Yeah, maybe go to your JV page. How much can we make by mailing for you here?
Yeah, there's the page. There's a JV page, and it launches Friday morning. I mean, excuse me, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And there's a little.
Hi guys, it's Christy, and I'm back again.
Cut that off.
It's okay. You can pause it.
You are watching, and I want to welcome.
And that's another great tip, right? Is like it interrupted our conversation here. You have your JV page where you're welcoming the potential JV and you're grabbing their attention with your video that's auto playing, right? That's what we want.
Right.
So.
That's exactly right. Yeah. The front end offer is $7 and it's on a dime sale.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one-time offer is $27. And, and then there's two more one-time offers after that, a $17 and a $9.
Beautiful.
So there's lots of chances to make money with this.
Yep. Great. You got your funnel all set up there correctly. That's what I like to see. So you got 100% on the front end, 50% down the board, which is perfect. I'm excited for you. I think you got a lot of big names on board. So anyone watching this, I fully recommend that you reach out to Christy, add her. If you have a list, I know about half this group does, reach out. If you got nothing to do on Saturday, then just hit send. So it's really that easy to make some money.
Yeah, I really appreciate that support. I really do. I love being in this group. It has been a real godsend for me. And I really appreciate the teamwork that I see inside the group and the leadership, Anthony and Bill. It's awesome.
Great. Well, it's awesome having you, and thanks for jumping on this quick call with me, Christy, and wish you all the best on Saturday, and we'll keep in touch.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.